Hi there. I wanted to do a quick video to walk you through the first 10 days of your ultimate lifestyle transformation. Now, I know you all received my email and there's a lot of stuff on there. I've got attachments with PDFs and charts and recipes, and on my email, I've got bullet points and links to videos. It's a lot, but I was hoping to answer all of your questions in one email, but I know it can be overwhelming. So, this video is going to just walk you through what the first 10 days of your 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformation will look like. Every morning, you're going to start with your super amino 23s. So you're going to take 5 of these when you wake up in the morning. Now, if you have time, after you take your aminos, wait 23 minutes before you do your shake and your biomedic. And the reason for that is it takes 23 minutes for the super aminos to absorb into your muscles and into your body and do all the awesome things that it does. So if you can give it that time to work its magic, that would be awesome. If you're pressed for time in the morning, if you got work, if you got kids, if you got pets, and you don't have an extra 23 minutes to spare, don't worry about it. You can do all 3 things at the same time. So the first thing is the super aminos. Along with your super aminos in the morning, you're going to take 2 biomedic. Biomedic is amazing. Biomedic is what's going to get all of the glyphosates out of our system. Now, if you don't know what glyphosates are, it's the carcinogenic that is found in Roundup. It's super bad for us. Unfortunately, it's in a lot of the foods that we eat, and it's not something you can just wash off. Once the glyphosate hits the foods in the fields, it becomes a part of the cells in the food. So there's no way you can wash it off, and that's how we consume it, and it ends up in our body, which is kind of bad news. But the good news is we have biomedic to get those glyphosates out of our body. It's also going to get microplastics out of our body, which is in most of the foods that we eat as well. So 2 biomedic in the mornings, and then your power shake. So I like to look at my power shake as my breakfast in the morning. I think it tastes delicious. The tip I would give is it tastes even better with cold water, or if you add ice cubes to it. So room temperature water is fine if you don't mind it that way, but I just felt like it tastes much better when it was cold. Also in your packaging, you got this very handy purium shaker bottle. I'm gonna point this out because a lot of people didn't realize this was there. If you look on the back side of the bottle, there are measurements in ounces. So for your power shake, you are gonna fill it up with 16 to 20 ounces of water, depending on how you like it. And then you're gonna add 5.5 tablespoons of the power shake. I've also got the question, why is there no scooper in the power shake? Well, the reason is part of the mission statement of Purium is their social responsibility to the environment. And by the end of 2020, they plan to be completely plastic free. So the first thing that was to go was the scoopers. Sorry. But go ahead and reach in your drawer. Hopefully you have measuring spoons there. If you don't, just pick one up and go ahead and scoop out your 5.5 tablespoons and help us save the environment. So that is what your morning routine looks like. Now, throughout the day, you're probably wondering, well, what can I eat? In the email that I sent, once again, I had an attachment. And so basically, you're allowed to eat 3 flex foods every day. So this is the handout for your flex foods. Your flex food is your snacks. So one of my favorite go-to was I could eat a whole avocado as a snack, which was a lot for me. I was like, I can eat the whole avocado. So I did a whole avocado, and I would sprinkle a little bit of everything but the bagel seasoning on there that I got from Trader Joe's, and it was actually quite filling and satisfying. So your flex foods are your snacks, and you get to have 3 of those throughout the day. You're also allowed 2 lifestyle meals, which is going to be like your lunch and your dinner. So it's your meals. There's also a handout about your lifestyle meals. And on the handout, it has the approved foods that are recommended, along with the quantities that you can eat and what the calories are for each of those items. It's really important with the lifestyle meals that you keep your meal to 300 calories or under. There's so many things on that list. Just kind of look through the list before you do your shopping for the cleanse and look at things that you like and then pair them up together. I love cauliflower rice, and I love shredded chicken and broccoli. So I would use those measurements with a calorie intake, and I would have a really delicious full meal for 300 calories or less. So look over the list, get creative with the combinations. Some of the folks that we've coached on the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. They've sent me pictures of their meals and they look delicious and they're really creative. So eat the things that you like. It'll make it much easier for you to get through the 30 days. So that's the food that you can eat. In addition to that, I almost forgot to mention, you can have as many cucumbers and celery as you like. So every morning I would make sure I sliced up cucumbers, I would make celery sticks, and I just leave them in the refrigerator. So that when I felt like I wanted to munch on something or I just wanted a snack, it was easy just to go to the refrigerator, grab it, put a little seasoning on it, and munch on that. I usually wasn't hungry. I was just used to snacking during the day. So that helped me create a healthier habit to snacking by having the cucumbers and celery. So that's what you're eating throughout the day. As far as your water intake, you're gonna wanna take your weight, cut that number in half, and whatever that number is, that's how many ounces of water you'll be drinking in ounces. So just to throw a number out there, say you're 200 pounds, you're gonna need to drink 100 ounces of water throughout the day. Now in the beginning, it might be a little difficult if you're not used to drinking a lot of water. So I always just say drink as much as you can. And eventually as the days go on, it'll get easier and easier until you hit your goal water intake. So that's the way the water intake works. So at the end of the day, I always felt like this was my treat for making it through another day on the transformation. So apothecary. I love tart cherries. So this to me was like cherry pie in a cup. Like I thought it tastes delicious. Apothecary is amazing. The only ingredient in this bottle is tart cherries and it's very concentrated. So you're gonna add this to some water. My husband liked it with just room temperature water. For me, I like to make it like a nighttime tea because I like to drink something warm before bed. You wanna take this a half hour before you're ready to go to sleep because it produces melatonin in your system and it's gonna make you sleepy after you take it. And it's also gonna give you the most restful night's sleep I hope that you've ever had. I think that's one of the big things that we hear first when we ask people, what have you noticed so far? And usually only a few days in, they'll say, oh my gosh, I'm sleeping so much better. I'm going to sleep at a reasonable hour. It's amazing. And that's all due to apothecary. Another great thing about apothecary is it's really, really high in antioxidants. So everyone knows that blueberries are good for you because of antioxidants. 1 tablespoon of the apothecary is equivalent to 20 cups of blueberries. And you take 2 tablespoons of these. So every day you're taking the equivalent of 40 cups of blueberries as far as your antioxidant intake. So it's really good for our skin. I like to call it Botox in a bottle. It's great for our skin. It's great to help us sleep. And it also tastes really good too. So this is always my treat at the end of the day. So those are actually considered the core 4 products. And that's what you're gonna be taking for the first 10 days. If you have any questions, it doesn't matter how silly you think the questions are, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask because I've been where you are. And when my husband and I were doing the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, I didn't have the courage to reach out to people and ask, hey, am I doing this right? Or hey, am I allowed to eat this? Or is this right? Am I doing this right? Just because I was fearful of sounding dumb, but please don't because of that, I think I could have even optimized my 30 days better had I asked questions that I wasn't sure about. So that's what we're here for. Please feel free to email, text, give me a call, reach out however you like, and ask those questions. I'm so excited for you for going on this journey. It's an amazing transformation. I can't say enough about it. And I thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. So thank you so much. Have a great day and be healthy.